So, morning, folks. How you all doing? Hope you're all keeping well. Phil, hi.
Hi, good to be back again.
Great to have you back. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm really good. So,
Good.
at the minute the sun's shining, so I think that helps everybody's mood when the sun's out. So,
It's lovely to
feeling
see.
good. Feeling good.
Great to see. Last week's GBF Live didn't go quite as well as I anticipated. I'm not going to blame the technology. A good workman never blames their tools. Phil, you were great. It was my handling of the technology that was the challenge. I was technologically challenged. So we're back, picking up on a few things that I would have addressed last week with you, Phil, had I been able to hear everything that you were saying. I feel it's important because you do so much for the community, as well as having a successful business. You help a lot of people. You help by creating employment, and you help charities. And you're also keen to share your wisdom with us, which is really valuable. And if that's not valuable enough for those watching, you're also going to speak about gin. So what more could we want? Please feel free to pop questions in the comments as well. Thanks for coming back, Phil.
Oh, that's no problem at all.
Welcome back. I wanted to pick up on what you were saying about you help people to get their dream home or live a lifestyle that they've always wanted to live in retirement. How does it feel to you helping people to live their dreams?
It's great. I'm real lucky in what we do here because you're helping people, and that's, for me, that's like my why. The thing I enjoy most is helping people, and like I say, whether it's like helping somebody buy their first home or somebody move to a bigger home, it's great to be able to do that. Same as well, helping people with like retirement decisions and helping them to retire with more wealth, and it's really rewarding what we do. And it's funny, I was out for a walk the other day, and I'm always thinking like different ideas. It's like, what else can I do? What else can I get involved in? And I'll touch on the gin thing in a few moments as well. But I was out for this walk, and I'm thinking, it's like, financial advice is boring. But in a lot of ways, we're very lucky that we can help people. And that kind of gets me onto the gin. We're going to give away a bottle at some point during this kind of Facebook Live. So for anybody tuning in, somebody's got to win a bottle of we've got gin done as a sort of promotional Phil Anderson Financial Services gin. It seemingly tastes excellent. I'm not a gin drinker myself, but everyone that's had it so far has said that it's just absolutely spot on. So one lucky person will go away with a bottle of gin later on, which we'll try and get to them for the weekend, and so they can maybe enjoy it quite quickly. But yeah, I think that for financial advice, it kind of is, it's not the most exciting of things, but for me, really fortunate that I can kind of like help people and get great satisfaction from that as well.
I think this lives would be quite surprising for some people because I think finance, the topic, doesn't float a lot of people's boats. They maybe do think it's a bit boring or too difficult to.
I know, I think with financial advice, a lot of people don't realise what financial advisors actually do. We get people thinking that we're accountants. It's like different people have got different ideas about what we do, but really our job is to make like financial things as easy and straightforward for folk as we can. So we can help folk get mortgages, allow them to buy their homes, review existing mortgages to maybe try and save them money, save them time. Our job is to try and make things as straightforward and simple for folk as we can. And that the guys, we're real fortunate. We've got an excellent team here. They all work so hard. They're really knowledgeable. And we want to continue to kind of expand on that going forward as well.
Great. So have you ever helped anyone with what they've thought was a pipe dream, that's something that they would never achieve, and then they actually have achieved it? Has that ever happened to you? Definitely.
I mean, I think I don't know, everybody's got different kind of levels of sort of financial expertise. And you get some folk that come in and, like, by the time you sit down, you get folk that maybe worry, for example, about how they'll live in retirement. Will they be comfortable? So it's real rewarding when you sit down with somebody, go through all the different bits and pieces that they've got, help them plan for the future. And then once you start seeing that future happen, it's excellent. And then that's when you really see the fruits of your labour. We've got one client who's just wonderful. She recommends us to everybody. And I would class her as like a raving fan almost, because she gives us great testimonials, recommends us in so many places, likes, comments, shares all our social media posts. And I thought, I was right, I'm going to drop off a bottle of gin to her. So we did that the other day. And when I was at her house, socially distancing, of course, give her the bottle of gin. And it was great to actually see her standing outside her house. It was a beautiful house. And I'm like, that's great. One of my guys arranged the mortgage for this, made it as simple for them as possible. And then you see them there and it's like, brilliant. So it's a great feeling helping people when you actually see like their dreams come true. Amazing. It really is.
Oh, I can see why they would be your number one fan. If you get them their dream property. So yeah, did you say as well, Phil, there that someone's actually going to win some gin on this live?
Yeah, I think what we'll do at some point, just randomly, we can turn around and say, right, the first person to type in the word gin and post it will win the bottle of gin. You can see the comments coming up, can you?
I can see, yeah, I suppose I better clarify where I'm looking, if that would be on Grampian Business Finder or this little piggy, because we're streaming to both.
Yeah.
So, but you're going to say it randomly.
Yeah, just at some point we'll just say, right, first person to type in the word gin will win a bottle, and we'll try and get it to you as quickly as we can as well.
That's really kind of you, and it's quite exciting. So I'm sure there's a few people poised, or maybe they'll do ready to copy and paste. That would be quicker. Not wanting to give any clues. So yeah, thank you for that. That's really exciting.
I'm also going to do later on in the day, I'll put a post on the Grampian Business Finder Facebook page for somebody to win a bottle there. And I was thinking the best thing to do is, the gin was produced by Ellen Gin. So I'm really keen to try and help out a small local business. So all we'll do with that one is just for folk to like the Ellen Gin page, comment that they've done that, and then again we'll give away another bottle later on in the day as well to someone.
That's fantastic, and I love how supportive you are of your fellow businesses. That's so important at the best of times, but even more so now in this challenging climate that we have. And it's great that you found them on Grampian Business Finder, I think you said.
I know I put a post on, and I'd like to have spoke to some of the other companies about what they could have offered, but I see in Ellen, and when someone suggested, speak to the chap, Kieran at Ellen Gin, I thought, that'd be great. It's just, they're kind of on my doorstep, and that was the thing. And to be honest, I hadn't, like, really, because I'm not a gin drinker, I hadn't really even thought of that, but worked in great. And the main thing for me is the product. Everyone that tastes it says that it's absolutely first class. And like I say, I'm not a gin drinker myself, so I can't personally recommend it, but the feedback has been excellent. So big up to Ellen Gin, sorry.
That's great. Well, a couple of lucky people then are going to be able to tell you how great it is soon as well, thanks to you. So that's exciting. Keep an eye for that,
I
folks.
know. I've got another 50 bottles coming Wednesday next week. We're going to give them away to key workers. So I've already got a couple of things lined up there, but I don't know, it's just nice to be nice at the minute, is it? Because a lot of people are struggling a wee bit, and it's just different times. And I thought, I was like, if I can just spread a wee bit of cheer to people, that's kind of like the main thing at the minute.
So are you I've got visions of you as a summer Santa Claus around delivering gin to key workers and NHS people in Ellen and surrounding. Am I picturing that right?
Yeah, I've already got it planned, so I'm thinking, right, I'll have a trip round to the pharmacy, dish out a few bottles there. I don't know if I'll get in the doctor's surgery because it's been closed. So that was another place that I thought, there's 2 pharmacists in Ellen, so we'll make a visit to both of them. You've got like post offices. There's so many folk, and it'll be hard because like we've got 50 bottles, but they'll disappear quick. But it's trying to find folk that are like gin, and I don't know, we might do something on Facebook and just say, look, if you want to recommend anybody that you feel would appreciate this, let us know. So and then the socially distancing, like the measures for getting out and about, look like they're going to start relaxing a wee bit soon. So it'll be nice to be able, lately I've been kind of stuck in and around Ellen. I've been going into Aberdeen with some messages for my mum, but it'd be nice to be able to get out and start getting a wee bit further afield at some point as well.
I wonder if you get stopped by the police, if they would see Santa gin as an essential trip.
I know, that's it. You've got to just kind of follow the guidelines and like stick to that, stay safe, and things will get better. Things will get better soon.
For sure, yeah. And well, I would say it might be an essential trip for some people. They certainly deserve it anyway. And I love that you're including all the postals and the chemist workers and everything, as well as those, right? Well, they're also on the front line as well, aren't they?
I know, there's so many people. You've got for us as a business, we've still got the refuse collectors picking up the bins. There isn't as much rubbish because it's only really myself that's been coming into the office, so there isn't really much. But you've got the postman still delivering the mail. So it's like, if it wasn't for all these people, it'd be like hard going to keep running things at the minute.
I know, and the delivery drivers, and they sometimes sound surprised. I've said to a few of them, thanks for risking your life and taking me this. And they seem a bit surprised sometimes, but they are actually, because they're going out and they're facing people all the time. So, hats off to them, eh?
Definitely.
Great. So you also mentioned last week, and I'm gutted that I never heard this bit. It was only on the playback that I heard you when you mentioned the Mental Health Week. A cause that's important to, I would say, most of us, either personally or knowing somebody who's affected. So yeah, how important is that to you and the business and the workplace?
I think just now as well, it's kind of even more important because people are going through, it's like unprecedented times just now, and a lot of people are struggling. I was really appreciative. I'm usually quite a positive person, but I've had a couple of moments during this where maybe felt a wee bit down for different reasons. But Kevin, one of the guys that works for us, he phoned me up on last Friday. And he's like, "Oh, you always phone up and just see how we're doing." It's like, "I'm just phoning up to see how you're doing." And it's like, it's really nice of him. So it's, I don't know. At the minute, it's great to just pick up the phone and speak to people and say, "Look, how you doing? Is everyone okay?" I had one as well, a guy that used to work for me, Jock, lovely person. Jock is a toff, and he's doing something different now, but he gave me a phone during the week, and it's like, "Oh, here's Jock." And to start with, I thought, "Oh, why is he phoning? Is he after, does he want something?" But he was just phoning just for a chat. We haven't spoken for ages, and it was great to catch up with him. And he's a lovely guy, and it was good to catch up with him. And I don't know, it really cheered me up. And it's funny, I think at the time that I was right in the middle of typing a message to somebody just saying, look, I've seen your LinkedIn posts. I think they're great. I just wanted to say well done and keep going. And that was to somebody I'd never met before. And I was doing something like that I thought was a nice thing to do. And here was him phoned up and did exactly the same kind of to me. So I don't know. I think it's important just now to kind of keep speaking to people, because it is hard mentally. I have a few folk that I check up on, just like maybe send a message, say, look, how you doing? Everything okay? And it's just it's good to communicate with others, and because it is a tough time for folk mentally just now. Same with the kids. I've got 6 boys, and I know with them, like one of my sons, on a beautiful day like this, there's nothing he would love more than going to the park to play on the swings and the shoots. And it's hard trying to make them understand why they can't do it. And yesterday he's like, Dad, I want to go swimming. And I'm like, can I do it? It's like, so it's hard for everybody just now, but we'll all get through it together.
We sure will. And it must be hard for kids, because why should they understand?
I know.
Why all of a sudden that they used to be able to go out and now they can't. So, and I think it's important, because like because you run a successful business and everything, that people might think that you're okay, but then often it's the people that folk think who are okay that maybe do need a phone call or a wee check-in. And it is just nice to get people saying how you doing. There's more of that just now, isn't there?
Yeah, I know. It's great to be nice, and I think this is a good time to go for gin. So the first person to type in the word gin will win a bottle.
Okay, so that's either on, you're keeping me on my toes on the technology. So that's either on Grampian Business Finder itself, which I can't see any comments. Just having Michael Carr. Congratulations. And there's my chum, Sean Bon Jovi has also typed in gin there. The gins are they're flying in now. Michael Carr was the first one I saw. Thanks. And there's Etta as well. There's a few going for the gin. That was good, Phil. That took me by surprise.
No, sorry, I didn't.
No, that was how it was meant to be. That was good. Great stuff. Thanks and congratulations there. That's so exciting. So yeah, on what you were saying about the staff, I really liked what you were saying too about giving we're on about booze here quite a lot, but I just wanted to recap that you gave your...
More exciting than financial advice though, is it? Let's be honest.
A matter of maybe in some opinions. Maybe had a few more comments about that. It was really nice that you gave your staff's partners some booze. I think it was nice that you were thinking of them as well.
I know, like they've got, like Neil, who works for us, his partner works in the NHS. So Neil's got his son quite a lot just now. So like credit to him, because he's having to do things that are different for him, and he's trying to juggle kind of doing work as well. And his wife's or his partner's kind of out working there, but then at the time she's at home, he's at home. So it causes everything's like different for normal. And I thought, right, I want to say thanks to all the partners, husbands, wives of the staff who are at home, and they've got to, they suffer like their partner being at home as well, but they've got them there working. So I just felt it was a nice thing to do. So that was kind of one of the things that we did there as well.
They're taking a risk as well, and it must be more worrying for them when their partners are in the NHS.
I know.
And just such a nice touch that you're thinking of their whole families. That must mean a lot to your team, I would think.
I think family's the most important thing. Like your work's important, but like, I guess the most important things in life are like your family, your kids, yourself. That should be the most important things. And what was it? There was a saying, was it, you work to live, not live to work. And that's really true as well. But
and it's your why, isn't it? You've got to always remember the why that you mentioned.
Yeah.
We're not doing it just to work.
I know. Same as well. The other saying that I love is my friend Jock, who I spoke to on the phone the other night. He always comes out with a great saying. He's like, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. And I just think that's just spot on.
Yeah, it really is. And well, you are both, so you should know that firsthand.
They're important. I try to be nice, but I try.
You've got a really good business going there, though.
Yeah,
so,
always try to improve, and I think I think in life, like, you'll make mistakes, but it's learning from them. And if you can learn from your mistakes and then improve on things, then that's kind of like the main thing as well, is it? Yeah. And try and do better. I've always been the sort of person. My mum and dad, especially my mum, I mean, they've always wanted me to do well. And they always sort of pushed me from an early age, but they always had a high expectation for me. And that was always kind of like a big driving factor for me. And sometimes I think I should be more like that with my kids, whereas I tend to just think, they'll do what they do, and I just want them to enjoy kind of life. But you make mistakes, and just to keep trying and going for what you want.
For sure, yeah, you can't let a mistake put you off. It can only make you get better, really. Yeah. Every learning experience, a learning experience is a better experience. They're the most valuable ones, aren't they?
Yeah, that's one thing just now with the lockdown. You've got choices. I mean, you can some folk will just sit and binge on Netflix all day and stuff, whereas you'll get others that'll think, right, I'll use this time to maybe go out for a walk. I've been doing a lot of meditating the last few while. That's something I'd never done before. But I tell you, I fairly find it's helping me sleep great.
Is it?
Oh, I tell you, what a difference.
What did you do for the meditation? Like, did you take a course, or did you go an online course?
I just go on YouTube, and if you type in different things, there's plenty of stuff will come up, and some of them will get you doing different, like, breathing techniques. There's other ones that you just listen to kind of almost music, and I tell you, I've been sleeping great the last few while, and I know a lot of people just now sleep something that, because things are so like different at the minute, I know a lot of people haven't been sort of sleeping well, but it's been great for myself.
I've had funny waking up at like really, really ridiculous o'clock and not being able to get back to sleep for a while. Not so much now, but certainly at the outset, just all the uncertainty. So you would need to go on to YouTube. Yeah,
if you go on YouTube and just type in, like, I don't know, sleep meditation, different, there's plenty of things will come up, and it's good. Some of them will like guided meditation where you'll be doing different sort of breathing and stuff, and I think for me it just helps me totally relax. There was one just recently where I'd kind of like fallen out with somebody, but I thought, right, I'm going to lie in my bed. Now, in the past, that might have bothered me for ages, but I lay down, stuck on one of the meditation things, and I fell asleep within about 5 minutes. And when I woke up, I was like, man, that's great, because my mind would have been thinking about something else and letting that bother me the whole day, and it just changed my day completely after that. So it was great.
Yeah. But, it's not good when you have these things and you let them prey on your mind, and the only person you're doing damage to is yourself.
I know, definitely.
So so how long have you been spending on that then, the whole personal looking after yourself?
I've been doing a lot of like personal development. I've been trying to get fitter. Unfortunately, I kind of over pushed myself lifting weights just recently and kind of hurt my back, but I hope to be back doing a bit more exercise, try to get out for walks and stuff. And that's one of my main personal goals, is to try and get in a wee bit better shape. And I think if you're physically better, it kind of helps you mentally as well.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking to try and get a bit healthier. That's one of my main sort of personal sort of goals. But having the sore back, it would get me down a wee bit at times as well, because you've got this pain. But I've got the chiropractor on Monday, and it's starting to feel a wee bit better, which
It is getting better
as well. So, but yeah, I've been using the time reading a lot more. I've never really been one for reading books, but I've been reading a few books which I've found kind of more interesting. It's been great spending time with the kids, like doing different things. I've never been very good at like baking and stuff, but we're doing more. We'll try it and give it a bash, and sometimes it comes out okay, sometimes it doesn't. But I've really enjoyed like getting a lot more time with the kids and doing things with them. And like I say, it's hard time for them as well, but we're getting there.
Sounds like you're really getting a good mix of different things, Phil, to use the time productively. And
that's one thing. Life's busy, and I kind of think it's like, how am I going to fit in all the things that I kind of want to do? It's funny, I put down, I've got like, I write down a lot of goals, and I'm single, and I thought, I was like, one of the things I want to do like after lockdown is go on a date a month. And I was like, I don't know how I'll fit that in. It's like, it's like life's so busy between work, the kids, so much other things. And but I guess it's good that way. The days pass quick, and I enjoy what I do. So really.
So you've even got dating in your goals and all your different categories of life. You've got every area covered in setting goals.
Heaps of different things, but sometimes like you just think, go with the flow and see where life takes us. But I think if you're on a journey, you want to know where you're going to end up, and that's why for me doing like goal setting is a big thing. I write down. I remember when my twin boys were born, when they were in hospital, I had a lot of spare time, and I read a book for a chap called Mark Rhodes. I mentioned it just last week as well. Think Your Way to Success, it was called, and there was a great exercise in that. It was like, write down all the things you want, and then just change it to I am. So for example, I do outdoor bowling, and I'd always wanted to win the bowling club championship. So I wrote that down. That's what I want. And then I change it, and on the second sheet of paper, it's put I am Ellen Bowling Club champion. And I think it was the following year or the year after that I won the bowling club championship. So it's amazing how it sort of just works and attracts. It's quite amazing, but it just gets your mind thinking differently.
So would you say that you live the law of attraction? Because it's not just writing it down once and then it comes to you. Do you do other things to channel?
Yeah, I mean, like, that's it. Like when you've got things written down, your mind just seems to focus more on that then. And I've found that, like, at the minute, I write down, I've got like pictures of myself when I was a wee bit in better shape up in my kitchen. I've also got, I write down things like I am 15 stone. And in my mind, and then I think, right, I've got to act like a person who is that. So at the minute, I'm probably about 2 stone heavier than that. But my mind then is thinking, right, let's live like that type of person. And we'll get down to that. I'm sure soon enough. Exercise more. Health is wealth, is it? That's the thing that's most important to me at the minute. So try and get healthier, and then, like I say, the healthier I am, it'll help me at work as well. That's the other thing, make me more mentally better, and it'll help me physically be better and get more done in the office as well.
For sure. Nothing's more important than health. I remember being told a long time ago by an ex-boss, and business, it's very important as well. But he said you can't run a business if you don't have your health. You can't do anything.
I know.
So, it's and you also do vision boards as well, don't you, Phil?
I'm quite a visual person, so I've got boards in my office. I've got 3 personal ones and 1 for business, and I just put pictures of things that I want. And I don't know, again, it's almost like a good mind technique, because I look at them every day when I'm at work, and I look at things and I think, right, I want that type of car. I want at the minute, one of the things that I would love is for us to have our main office in Ellen, where the Clydesdale Bank is. It's a big building. It's far too big for us. But I think one day I'd like to grow into a company that would be in there. And I start visualizing and I start thinking, right, where's my parking space going to be in that office? And I start detailing it more. But I think, right, okay, we want that. That's my vision. And then again, it starts to happen. There was one day last week, I was away to put a post on LinkedIn saying, right, I'm keen to speak to other financial advisors just now who are maybe wanting to kind of look at moving firm or maybe looking to sell their business. And before I even got the chance to put that on LinkedIn, a chap that I know phoned me saying, look, I've got two people that I've passed your name on to. One's looking to sell his business and the other one is looking to kind of move, pardon me, because he's not happy where he is. So it just, I don't know, it's amazing how things just come true and happen.
Because you're...
It is, I know, when your mind's looking for it, it starts to see things, and it's like probably the best way to describe the law of attraction is when you buy a new car. Let's say you buy a certain model of car or a certain colour of car, you then start to see that more frequently, and that's probably the best way to describe the law of attraction, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you certainly seem to have embraced the law of attraction, as well as knowing about it. You actually make it work for you.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, even to what you were saying last week about when you were at the Aberdeen Considine dinner, and that was when you started thinking about dreaming the dream of having your own business.
I remember sitting there and I was like, imagine how it would feel to be one of the two guys that started this business.
Yeah.
And at that point, there had about 200 folk working for them. And I think now Jeepers are probably double that, they're some size. And that was the first time I thought, how good would that be? But I suppose it's a daunting thing to start with, because you're thinking, I used to hear the dream of having likes of that. And I don't know, maybe it's a bit of laziness. You could do it. If you wanted it enough, you could do it. But I don't know, there's a bit of me thinks, maybe I want an easier life. But I just think, I'm content with what I've got. I would like to get us up to about 20 staff is what I'm thinking. I kind of look at it and I think, right, by 5 years' time, 20 staff, a profitable business that helps like X amount of people. And that's what I kind of want to get to now. But as if it's your mind that like limits you, because or other people as well, because I remember saying that to my son one day and he just laughed. He's like, you'll never have 200 folk work for you. And I remember thinking, if you want it bad enough, you can do it. That's the thing. But it is. And so like, I don't know, like I have a lot of respect for successful businesses, successful people. I've always been intrigued to think, right, what makes them tick? What do they do that works? And that's when I think, right, let's try and incorporate that into my kind of life as well, whether it's successful sports people, business people. I don't know, I'm always keen to learn, keen to better myself, and I'm always looking for like mind techniques, but things that can help me be better.
It's amazing how much we can learn from others who have done it as well. I love reading about them or hearing them speak.
Yeah.
So something else you said back then at that dinner, or round about that time, Phil, you said that you didn't have the bottle, and you don't strike me as somebody who doesn't have the bottle. You appear to me as somebody who would just feel the fear and do it anyway. And I know you got your messages, the 8s from the universe, but did you do anything else to get the bottle, or did you just think, right,
I don't know, getting paid off was the push that I needed. Again, like some people say, everything happens for a reason, but for me, I don't know, I probably would have had the burning desire to do it myself at some point, but I just I honestly didn't have the bottle to do it, and getting paid off at that time. My second son had just been born, and it wasn't the best of timing to get paid off. But I'm thinking, oh no, and it just, I don't know, it was a push that I needed. So like, it was probably, some people would have seen it as a negative situation, but boy, did it turn into a positive one, because I don't know, if I hadn't got paid off, who knows, I might not have been sitting here today and have like the life that I've got now. I think I probably would have at some point in time, but it's great. I look at people like there's folk guys that I went to school with, and I see them doing amazing things, going different places and having a great, or at least I'm saying having a great life, but I see them doing stuff and I think, why not me? And it's like, I see folk that have done, like built great businesses, probably got like really high incomes coming in. Again, I think, why not me? I see folk driving, I've never been driven by big car or fancy cars, but again, you see folk driving like top of the range motors and think, why not me? That's it. You've got the ability to do it, because if they can do it, so can you.
So can you, yeah. And there's so many people who have came from like difficult backgrounds. And I was reading, it's an amazing 50 Cent's book. He's got a personal development book. Have you read it?
No, I've never have. I'll need to keep an eye out for that.
It's amazing. Like, his mum died when he was 8. He was shot 9 times.
Yeah.
He's not what you would think. He's like so switched on and so clued up about everything. Yeah. And it's really, really inspiring. And that's somebody who would have been written off as not being able to amount to anything, and proven that wrong.
There's different ways that folk can do different things. I mean, like just now, social media. I read an article the other day. I was amazed. Like, you see some of these folk that earn £150,000 a post and stuff. I'm like, that's nuts. It's like, it's crazy, but they've just done whatever they do and got to that kind of point. But it is, you look at it and you say, if folk can do that, why can we not? So it's like,
the influencers. And I mean, there might be a new sort of branch for yourself, Phil, because you're very inspirational and you're getting into doing the video stuff now as well, with the law of attraction and everything.
I've been thinking, like, I've been out for a couple of walks lately, and I'll sit and listen to podcasts, and I'm thinking, like, what else can I do? And I'm always like thinking, and I've been thinking, I was like, do another Facebook page, like a money page. I'm like, I definitely want to do more with a video, so that will come probably quite soon. I've never really been on like much videos. I've done like Zoom calls before, but I've never really done Facebook Lives. So I think that'd be good to do more of. And I don't know, like I was listening to a Gary Vee thing the other day, and it was going on about TikTok, and I'm thinking, right, TikTok. I was like, how can I like use that for my business? But there would be ways you could do it. But I can see like video being a lot more popular. I think, like, for us as a business here, I can see us doing a lot more like telephone appointments, Zoom appointments, Skype, FaceTime. I can see all of that being an awful lot more. I think it would have came anyway, but I think with everything that's going on just now, it's going to accelerate that at a rapid pace.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, it's good for our time spent as well, especially when we're rural, for the driving.
Yeah.
Less driving for the planet, and just more efficient, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like Neil, one of our mortgage advisors. He's brilliant. I honestly, I probably say he's the best mortgage advisor that I know. And but one of the downsides with Neil is I wouldn't say the most organised, but he stays in Aberdeen. And then he'll come out to Ellen, do something here, and then he'll be like, oh, I'm away here, and then back here again, and then back in Aberdeen. And he's not the best at planning his day appointments, but he'll just go. He's so accommodating for people, so he'll go where he needs to be, when he needs to be.
Yeah.
But I think things like doing more Zoom calls and stuff for him will be great, because he'll be able to get more done, because he hasn't got all the travelling to the appointments. So he can still help the same amount of people as he was before, but doing it more efficiently. So there'll be positives will come out of everything as well.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Like what you were saying earlier, I sometimes have wondered how I ever had time to go out and do meetings and things before. Anyway, not, I mean, I'm looking forward to doing meetings,
Yeah.
but I'll just be more efficient with time. So, yeah, I just want to ask you one more thing. Times when you mentioned last week, times, challenging business times, when you thought you would just pack it in. And we all have times, I know about those times. Um, what makes you keep going?
I've had lots of that's come up plenty of times for me, especially in the early years,
Yeah,
because you're not making much money, you're working your tail off, and
yeah,
there was plenty of times I was like, just quit and go and get a job,
I
and I was like,
know.
okay, but I don't know. I guess I always wanted to kind of succeed, and that was. I'm not really driven by money. I'm driven more by success, and that's kind of like I don't know. That's really what's sort of driven me. And I thought, right, I want to be. I don't know. I want to have a good business. I want to people to be able to recognise me. But I was like, I kind of knew what I wanted, and but there was heaps of times that I kind of felt like giving up. Even at one point last year, not like giving up. There's times where, like, there was one point last year, I was like, oh man, I'm getting a lot of hassles. Like, I was off for quite a bit last year with different personal kind of stuff at home. And somebody else came in, was trying to run things for me, and it really didn't work out. It caused quite a lot of tension among the staff. And we had a few issues to kind of sort out at that point. And I remember thinking, I was like, jeepers, I said, I did deserve this. I was like, I try to treat everybody really well. And even then, I was like, just sell the business, get money in, and just
Really.
live happily ever after. But it just, I don't know, it's not me. I kind of, because I know what I want and where I want to get to, you've just got to rise up to the challenges. And I guess I'm fortunate that I'm the sort of person that when the going gets tough, I wouldn't say it brings out the best in me, but I don't know, something inside just clicks and I think, right, head down, work hard,
Yeah.
and do it. But there were so many times where I was like, just get a job, go and work for somebody else and just get my monthly wages each month. But I don't know, it's not as exciting for me. I like the challenge, and I don't know, I kind of, lately I always want to try and like come out of my comfort zone a wee bit more, and I don't know, I've always been ambitious, always wanted to do well, and it's just I guess that kind of got me through, and I'm fortunate that I'm surrounded by such a good team here. I really think we've got the best team in place that we've kind of had since I set up the business, and I really am lucky
With your team. It sounds like you get to that place where you do, when you really, really think you're at rock bottom, and then you think something inside your head makes you think, but
I
I
know
know I've got to keep going anyway.
I about 4.5 years ago, me and Michelle had split up. It was a hard time. I'll be honest, when we split up, I thought I would like just almost straight away think, yeah, fine. But it took me a long time to kind of, I mean, I was with her for 12 years, and it took a long time to kind of, need to get over her, but I was then away from my kids. Life changed massively. And at one point I was sleeping in the office. I stayed in the office for a bit until I moved into a flat on my own for a wee while. And Jeepers, it was a tough point in my life, and I remember that I'm a big American football fan, and the team I support won the Super Bowl. I watched it in the office. I slept upstairs, and at that point, the office was not as nice a place as what it is today because we'd no long bought it. And I think upstairs didn't even have carpets, so I'm sleeping in a sleeping bag on a wooden floor. It was uncomfortable, and that would probably be quite a low point in my life. And I don't know, I remember at that point just thinking, I was like, Phil, like, drag your ass off the floor and let's get back, let's get to where you want to be. And I don't know, it kind of, you go through highs and lows in life, but you've always got to pick yourself up and keep pushing yourself. And I kind of made a promise to myself that day. I was like, I'm going to go to a Super Bowl one day. And I did that 2 years ago. I've got a picture on my wall of that night, the Super Bowl, and the confetti coming down when my team won. And I kind of said to myself, I was right, I'm going to go to a Super Bowl one day. And I made that one of my goals. And I went 2 years ago, and it was just amazing. And see, when the confetti, it was the team that won was a team that I didn't want to win. But when the confetti came down, it was quite an emotional moment for me, because I kind of thought, I was like, you want to be there when the confetti comes down. And it was like to actually then be in that moment that I'd kind of pictured in my mind. It was real, like, emotional, but it's not always been plain sailing. But I don't know, set your goals, write them down, go for them, and you can achieve it.
Do you think those times of challenge, because personal stuff is definitely adds to challenge, the normal challenge of business, do you think those times of challenge that you've had before makes you better placed to deal with the new challenges that come?
Definitely. I mean, that's it. Different challenges come up all the time, and it's just trying to kind of like embrace them and learn from them, and try and use them to make you a better person.
Yeah, know that you've managed to get through things before, and so you can again.
Yeah, that's it. Life throws things at you that sometimes you didn't expect, but
yeah, it does.
Humans are quite resilient, and we, like just now, we'll get through all of this, and I think life will probably, I can see life changing a bit, but hopefully for the better.
Yeah. We're surprisingly resilient. We don't know how resilient we are until we have to face something.
Yeah,
That's then that we find out. Phil, I love your honesty. I think your videos are going to be amazing. You could be the next, not the next, Grampian's money saving expert with law of attraction added.
That's it. Like, I kind of think I love helping people, and if I can do something that helps folk. So if you can give away like information that you know that might help people, that's what I love doing. So I'm looking forward. We'll get some videos posted in different places soon. So once I do that, I'll make sure to post them on Grampian Business Finder as well.
Please, for sure do. Yeah, thanks again for speaking to us.
No, it's been great.
Honesty.
Hoping I recognise me after the last time with my hair cut. But
it is
long. It's like
I know it is
summer haircut.
So is there anything else you would like to add to this?
I think so. I mean, I guess like if anybody wants to connect with us on any social media platforms, Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever it is. I don't use Twitter that much. I'm on there, but I tend to use it more just for following sports people than anything else. But if anybody wants to reach out, if I can help in any way, I certainly do my best to do that.
That's so kind of you. I think there might be people taking up on that offer.
Whether that's help with like business things, like if someone's, for example, just set up a business and think, because you can learn from people. I still learn from others all the time, and so whether somebody needed help with like setting up a business, like maybe personal financial planning, their finances, and I can do to help, I'm here. And the good thing just now is I've got a wee bit more kind of time on my hands than normal, which is great. I mean, I'm working hard on my own business just now, and but no, if any ways I can help people, really delighted to try and do that.
That's so kind of you. And there's no substitute for actually running a business. All these other things that you learn from actually doing it that you wouldn't learn in a book or looking at the theory of it all.
I've learned from my mistakes. I've learned from other people's mistakes. If you can learn from others, kind of like what they're doing, it maybe stops you making the same kind of mistakes as well. Yeah. So it's great. I always think it's great to like learn from each other. I've kind of worked with other financial advisors and other kind of financial advice firms, because I think we can learn from each other as well. And I know some people have got the mindset where they kind of see each other as competition. But I always see it like, for us, there's enough clients out there for everybody in what we do. And like, you can learn from each other. That's kind of the beauty of things.
Yeah, there's no point in reinventing the wheel, is there?
I know.
And sometimes competitors they do different niche things, so they can actually work alongside each other, which is nice to be able to do that. I like that too. So yeah, so give folks watching, give Phil a shout if he can help you, and for finance, phone Phil.
Oh, perfect. Well done to Michael as well for winning the gin. I'll get his address.
Yes,
and get
well
that
done,
dropped off to
Michael. You're going to have a
too.
cracking weekend. Also, give me a shout if I can help with anything, peeps. And if anybody watching this is going back to work soon, be safe. And all of those of you who have always been at work through this time, do stay safe. So I hope to catch up soon, folks. Thanks again, Phil. Thanks for coming
thanks
back.
For having us on. That's been good.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed this because I've heard everything you're saying, and help get the value of what you're saying, which is what I wanted to do. You've got so much to say. I could speak to you for another few hours.
Passed quickly, it really has. It's like 50 minutes. It's just flown by.
Time flies when you're having fun. So yeah, we'll look to do other things as well, because it's so valuable and to help, and yeah, it's all great stuff. So thank you so much, and thanks everyone who's been tuning in. And give us a shout anytime. Thank you.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Karen.
Bye. Bye.